Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a few games that have gone by, and we're going to take a look at those games today because the World Cup has been going on. Last, we talked about the USA beating Paraguay, and after that, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games, and one of the 12 games is live right now. So we're gonna look at all these games really quickly, of course. Just a basic roundup of what's going on in the World Cup. A lot of upsets. Brazil getting upset. Spain getting upset today. That was insane. Obviously, Cape Verde goalkeeper went from 20K to 2 mil. That's insane. That's the order of the World Cup. Not gonna lie. But we're gonna start off with Qatar, Switzerland. Switzerland should have won that game. So many chances created. They didn't even. I don't know how you lose that. Qatar equalizing late in the game, and yeah, that's pretty much what I could say when it comes to that. And then we got Brazil, Morocco. I actually watched that game. That was a very interesting game, very slow. Rafinha, I feel like they didn't use him how he was, used when he was at his best in Barcelona. He looked isolated at times on the right side, also down the middle. I don't know what he was playing or what Ancelotti had him playing. I don't know if it was like a false nine, kind of like a free roll. He could roam across the pitch for the most part because he in the game he was kind of occupying the middle and also occupying the right side, trying to stretch the Moroccan defense. Morocco obviously looking like the best African team. Looking like the best African team in the tournament so far until we get to, the next teams we're going to talk about. Haiti and then Scotland. Also Brazil, I don't know how far they're going to go in the tournament, but I do hope that they make it far. But starting off, they don't look like one of the favorites anymore. They don't look like, the Brazil. Like I said in my I think my prediction video or the top 10 teams' biggest weaknesses. I don't know if I've released it yet. I haven't. But Brazil's problem is comparison to the old Brazil. This is the new Brazil. They need to obviously play to their strengths. And obviously the omission of João Pedro also looking like being a big miss. And Andrew staying on the bench. I don't understand why Andrew is on the bench still. He should have played in that Moroccan game. Haiti, Scotland, in my opinion, that was one of the underrated games to watch. Haiti being better than Scotland, but they couldn't put the ball in the net. And Scotland won 1-0. So, that goes to say the World Cup is not always about playing beautiful football or playing the best football. Obviously, we come to Spain in a second. Defense wins championships. That's a saying that's been going on for a while. So, it still holds strong. Scotland defending pretty good. Haiti not taking the chances. Scotland winning 1-0. Now, this game surprised a lot of people. Australia versus Turkey. And a lot of people expected Turkey to win. Even Turkey expected Turkey to win. Arda Güler expected Turkey to win. And Australia won 2-0. And then there's this meme going around about how the team that beats Turkey wins the World Cup. That would be crazy, I ain't gonna lie. If Australia wins the World Cup, that would be insane. But I highly doubt that's gonna happen. But Australia winning 2-0. 2 really good goals. So we'll see how far Australia goes. Australia might be the dark horse of this tournament. Who knows? So that's it with that. Germany, Curacao. Germany battering Curacao. Obviously, Germany scored, and then Curacao equalized, and then the stadium erupts. Curacao has momentum, everything's going good, and then Germany just becomes Germany. 7-1, beating Curacao, just like how Brazil beat them in the 2014, I believe, the 2014 World Cup. Germany bringing back some ghosts and, slaying their demons or whatever. Netherlands, Japan, that was a really good game. The Netherlands scoring, Japan being Japan. That Japan is also another country to look for when it comes to the dark horse category. I feel like Japan played pretty good. Obviously, equalizing later in the game. Netherlands need to figure some stuff out. But overall, it's a good game from both teams, and I feel like both teams can go far in the tournament. Ivory Coast, Ecuador, I didn't watch that game, but looks like it was a pretty quiet game because he didn't really hear too much from that game. And then Ivory Coast won 1-0. And then Sweden versus Tunisia. Sweden beating Tunisia 5-1. Wow, I didn't see that game. But it looks like Sweden is looking good. That was yesterday. That was a late game yesterday. I was able to watch that one. So far, the United States and Sweden have the biggest margin for goals besides Germany's 7-1. And then we got Spain and Cape Verde. Spain, obviously favorites coming into the game, but Cape Verde's goalkeeper turned to Prime Neuer, and then now, you know what I'm saying, he's famous. He's a national hero. That's what the World Cup is all about. Spain had a lot of chances they didn't take. Ferran, man, hit the post. Obviously, in my opinion, he played pretty decently. Spain should have taken any chances, but the goalkeeper was really good. So, not to take anything away from the goalkeeper is really good. Egypt, Belgium, 1-1. I also watched that game. Egypt looked like the better side for a lot of the game. And then, of course, Lukaku comes in, his big presence in the box, and boom, Belgium is back in the game. Game ended up being 1-1. I think it's a fair result for both teams. And then we got Saudi Arabia, Uruguay. Didn't watch that game. Saudi Arabia 1-1. So the last two World Cups, last one they won their opening game, and this one they drew with Uruguay. So who knows? Maybe they have worked some stuff out, and they might make it far in the tournament. And then right now, as we speak, Iran and New Zealand are playing. 1-1 is on the TV right now. And it looks like a pretty decent game. Obviously, we'll see how that goes. And then after tomorrow or Wednesday, I believe, after Wednesday, every group would have had one game played. And then so after Wednesday, we're going to obviously, after Wednesday, every group would have one game played. After Wednesday, we're going to look at how the groups look. But tomorrow, France and Senegal, that is a big game. Obviously, African champions and then African runners-up, and then the World Cup runners-up. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to watch that game for sure. Iraq, Norway, might watch that. Argentina begin their title defense against Algeria. So I'll watch that one too. So the games I'm definitely going to watch are France, Senegal, and Argentina, Algeria for sure. I might watch the Norway game just to see how Holland gets on. Portugal, DR Congo, that's Wednesday at noon, local time. And England, Croatia, that's another game I will watch at 3 p.m. on Wednesday. And then we got Ghana, Panama, my home country. I'm definitely going to watch that game. And then Uzbekistan versus Colombia. Those are the games that is going to end match day 1 officially of the World Cup. So far, if we're looking at top scorers, we got Folarin Balogun, 2 goals, Havertz 2 goals, and Ayari from Sweden 2 goals. Assists, Isak with 2 assists, Kimmich 2 assists, and Undev with 2 assists. So a lot of the predicted players obviously haven't played. So after match day 1, we're gonna see where everything stands, and we're gonna see if our predictions for the top scorer, and the teams to go far in the tournament, how that looks. But so far, it's been an interesting World Cup. A few good games here and there. A few countries making history for themselves and for their nation. Obviously, the players, I mean. And yeah, that's all the update I got for y'all. So, like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want updates on sports, the World Cup. I'm also going to be doing La Liga mainly and the Champions League, obviously about Barcelona. And I'm dibble and dabble in other teams in the Premier League that are playing in the Champions League. But that is all I have for y'all today. Of course, have a good day and continue to enjoy the World Cup, man. Peace out.